I'm Rajeshri Venkatramanan, reading 80 words English Shorthand dictation. Yesterday, I have completed 125 numbers of 80 words English Shorthand dictation. I think you are all following those dictations and transcribe into English. Okay, we can start. With the crisis which has developed in the availability of petrol, it is necessary for our country to plan seriously the development of alternative fuels and energy from ingenious and perennial sources. One such fuel is power alcohol. Power alcohol is ethyl alcohol of at least 99.5% purity and is produced either synthetically or by fermentation of materials like molasses and subsequent distillation. One great advantage of this fuel is that the raw material for its production is an abundant plant source, and when it is developed, the country can be self reliant in the matter of automotive fuel. During the acute scarcity of petrol in the early 40s, the Indian power alcohol industry developed in rapid strides, and the fuel in a mixture with gasoline replaced near 20% of the lead. The mixed fuel was as efficient as, if not more than, unblended petrol. Neat alcohol and even rectified spirit were used as motor fuel during those days, although only 66 mileage was realized compared to petrol. When the imported fuel is scarce, power alcohol can reduce that dependence, as the taxes and duties levied from the most part of the price paid for petrol. It is quite possible to make power alcohol at least as cheap as petrol to make power tax component of the fuel price. We find now that the manufacturing equipment in many distilleries in India are even dismantled. We are in receipt of your letter of the 10th November, which sets out the terms upon which your party is prepared to withdraw his defense and consent to judgment being passed against him in this case. We are sending a copy of your letter to our party, and we shall let you hear as soon as we receive his instructions. Meanwhile, however, we would point out that in one or two respects, your present proposals do not agree with those which you mentioned to us at our interview a few days ago, and which, as already stated by us, our party would probably feel disposed to entertain. In the first place, the amount mentioned by you as the damages which your party is willing to pay is considerably smaller than the amount proposed at the interview. Secondly, instead of offering to pay it in two installments after the date of the judgment, you now suggest that payment should be made in four installments extending over a full year. Thirdly, you mention payment of the cost of our party without adding these are to be costs as between solicitor and the party and not merely the cost of our party. We presume that you intend the former. If our party is to compromise, we are sure that he will require to be freed from all liability as soon to cause. Please reply on these points early. Several countries are making the changes before the protest grows into a revolt. This is hardly the occasion, nor do we have the time to go into the details of the educational system.